Good evening, I'm Kevin Shuker and this is HealthVOX. This evening we're here at Spirit for the first Aphrodesia party with David Wolf, the star of Mad Mad House on Sci-Fi TV. And he's been teaching us a little about the power and the qualities of the cacao bean. Not only is it highly nutritional, but it's also an incredible aphrodisiac. And he tells us that the cacao bean is here to save the planet through silliness. So, there's a lot of people here and they're all enjoying their cacao beans. Let's go see just how silly they can be. We encourage you all to come on down, come see Nicole and watch her perform. Cindy, a beautiful butterfly and dancer here this evening.
We have an incredible performance we prepared for you. We brought together some of the most incredible dancers in the city that we could find, some of the most incredible entertainment artists. So with no further ado, let Aphrodesia begin. Yeah! It's not really a bean, it's a nut. It's the seed of a fruit of a jungle tree, and it's the most incredible food on the earth. And this tree has a consciousness. If you've been doing the live food thing for a while, or if you've been experimenting with herbs for a while, or if you're a very sensitive type of a person, sometimes you realize that there are other intelligent beings on the planet with us. Maybe. And this tree's consciousness is so amazing. It's taught me so much. If you do wheatgrass every day, something is taught to you, but you get information. Right? Grass is like a king that dresses up like a beggar and goes out in the village to hear what everybody's talking about. So every plant has its own little consciousness and its own little tricks. But this plant is something quite amazing. Because in that one bite, something happened. It was the only other time I've had an experience like that was one night, actually, the night I became a raw Buddhist. And it was August 16th of 1994. Actually, one night I had an epiphany, like a realization or something happened that kind of showed me what my life's path would be. And some years later, after eating that cacao bean, something else spoke to me. It was the spirit of this plant. And this plant, strangely enough, it's good to bring our walls down sometimes. This plant, strangely enough, has a mission. And this mission is so incredible that I was just in awe. It communicated to me what that mission was. And it's to save the planet through silliness. To save the planet through the absurd. Cacao originally is from Venezuela, the Maracaibo region. This plant is an Amazonian plant. It is the most chemically complex food substance that comes out of the Amazon jungle. How many people do that about chocolate? And what it communicates, and what it actually tells us, is there is a way to eat less, live more, have the best day ever, and enjoy more life and eat less food. Now you'll notice, you may have seen this before, that in every little appetite suppressant product, there's an ingredient in there, and it's called cocoa, or cocoa. And what's the difference between cacao and cocoa and coca and coconut? Are they all the same thing? Well, they're actually all different. Cacao is the original seed of a jungle fruit that grows in the understory. This is a jungle environment, and underneath that jungle is a tree that grows. And this tree is a nitrogen fixer, and it helps build up the soil. In fact, it makes all the other plants around it grow better. And when you bring a tree like that into a jungle setting, it can produce food for you without having to chop down a tree, without having to change the ecosystem, without having to corrupt any of the jungle. When you leave them fresh like that, it is so powerful that when you have 6 or 7 of them, you cannot eat anymore. You don't even want to eat. And this is one of the reasons why cacao is always in every kind of little appetite suppressant product. Now, cacao has been bastardized. The British bastardized the word and created the word cocoa, which has been associated with the powder. But that's not cacao. That's a defatted version of the original substance. One of the things that happened when I first got turned on to raw chocolate, or raw chocolate nuts, is that I thought, why doesn't anybody know about this? And what the spirit of this plant is communicating to me is that this is part of what you do. You communicate this information out into the world. They finally got somebody who can actually get the word out about what it really is. Because the spirit of this plant, what it's done is it sat in the Amazon jungle for thousands and thousands of years and devised cleverly a plan to save the planet, to save us from ourselves. Because what is in this plant, what is in this fruit, is a most amazing tale, a most amazing story of a being that decided to save the planet for you to serve. To give us a unique experience that we can't get from any other food. To give us a high with no paranoia. To give us joy with no sadness. To give us something that's only up but not down. It's actually a natural Prozac.
So I'm here with Chad Sarno, and Chad, I have tasted some things in my life, man, but this is really extraordinary. You have like a chocolate paste. What exactly is this?
It's a supernatural chocolate sauce, I call it, and it's actually, I call it a natural, as pure as you can get. The cacao itself is steamed at 150. Sticks are crushed, and then I use all organic ingredients: organic raw almond butter, coconut butter, agave, and a number of spices, and selling in the jar for $15, and people are loving it up. So
absolutely, this is the most delicious. You can let me taste a little bit here, right? So I don't know if we can zoom in on that, Eric. You see that? Can you zoom in on that? Look at that. That's like a chocolate mousse thing that we've got going there. All right, I'm going to taste this. That is the most spectacular chocolate I've ever tasted. So if chocolate has an aphrodisiac quality to it, what are we going to do with this? Yeah, what are we going to do with what are we going to do with this chocolate? You can have a lot of fun with this chocolate, no doubt.
You can get really creative, man.
You can get really creative out there. So if you're thinking of the aphrodisiacs, this is the stuff to use.
This is it. Dilute it a little bit with a little bit more sweetener. Use it as a syrup, or warm it up a little bit in room temperature. Drizzle it, use it, dabble in it, play with it.
Lick it off, you can do everything with it. Okay, Chaz, so good luck with that, man. That's one of the most amazing things I've tasted in a long time. Congratulations, man. So Helen, it seems like we've been eating the cocoa beans here at Aphrodesia Party. So tell me, what's your favorite aphrodisiac?
Chocolate.
Chocolate, the correct answer.
It really is. There have been different types of chocolate being served here tonight. We had truffles, and we've had a chocolate mousse made by one of our favorite raw food chefs here named Chad Sarno. This has been a wonderful evening, and also David Wolf has been able to give us the history of chocolate and inspire us to buy some more chocolate. So it's been wonderful.
We all love chocolate, and we're all having a good time here. We're beginning to get silly. We're all beginning to get silly here.
Definitely.
We absolutely are. Okay, I'm here with Alok, really the creative director of Aphrodesia here at Spirit. So tell me, Alok, what was the inspiration of this event?
We were sitting in a little bungalow in Costa Rica. Shanti Devi, who is the creative director of this event, David Avocado Wolf, and myself. And we've already did events where we combined health lectures, and after that parties and dancing. And this time came a vision. It's all one. Why the separation? Why health lecture and then party? Why does studying have to be all the time associated with classroom, exams?
So serious, right? Yeah, too serious.
Homework! You didn't assign your paper!
Right.
How about combining it all? A health lecture, which is a musical, a circus, a movie, a club dancing, all together. The topic of chocolate, cacao, the movie Willy Wonka, all come together. A person like David Avocado Wolf, Shanti Devi, amazing creative director, drummer, chef. We have all the ingredients. And so many talented people from circuses, dancing, hula hoopa, DJs, VJs, all of that. How can we not do something like that? It's all here. It's just taking the magic stick and bing!
Absolutely. And I want to say we want to congratulate you very much, because this is the most extraordinary event I've been to. We cover a lot of events, and we found that just the completeness of it, the audio visual, the dancing, everybody's having fun. It's really informative. You know what, Alok? It's really been extraordinary. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you very much.
All the best, all the best.
Thank you. More to come.
More to come, more to come. I'm here with David. David, that was an amazing start to Aphrodesia here tonight. So, the world is going to be saved by the cocoa bean and its silliness. Come on, give us a little bit more information.
Well, cacao is one of the most interesting foods on the planet. It's very alchemical. It's got a purple hue. It's one of the few purple foods on the planet, and it's the only purple seed that I know of. So it carries with it a little bit of that alchemical magic, that Saint Germain energy.
Right, absolutely. So how many of these do you have to take? Is it like one, or do you have to take the whole bag?
Good question, actually. It's anywhere from 6 to 20 a day. I generally vacillate in there. Sometimes I'll do none, sometimes I'll do 10, sometimes I'll do 20. It's kind of, you reach diminishing returns after a while. If you do like 50 every day for a while, you know, it's not as great. But it has like a certain magic and a certain premium amount. When you hit that amount, it's magic.
And that's different for everybody. It's kind of worth experimenting with until you find your own level, I guess.
You got it. And I really recommend creating a new cacao beverage for yourself. Okay. Taking your normal smoothie, flavoring it with a little cacao, figuring out a whole new strategy for eating food. I've found that cacao bean is such an incredible appetite suppressant that I really don't eat food anymore. I'm just pretty much on we call it the no food diet. It's a liquid diet.
Absolutely. I just did a 40-day fast, and
wow.
I'm into not eating. I'm loving it, and I'm feeling great. I just ate about a dozen of them, so I'm looking forward to tonight.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you.
Again, thanks, David.
Awesome.
Good luck tonight, man.
Have the best night ever. Enjoy.
Urban retreats with cacao. You can be in the jungle but still be here. This part's called Aphrodesia. Cacao is somewhat of a psychedelic in this way. Because it's an MAO inhibitor, what happens is it causes all of your own neurotransmitters to elevate. Now, one of the ways that psychedelics work, LSD, magic mushrooms, and these types of things, is they have compounds in it that displace your own neurotransmitters with their neurotransmitters. That's how magic mushrooms work. Magic mushrooms have neurotransmitters in it. You eat them, and it displaces your neurotransmitters. You come into contact with the spirit of that substance. And what's interesting is, if you eat cacao, it elevates the production of your own neurotransmitter, and you start tripping on yourself. Another fill in the blank part. So it's your own chemistry that it enhances, your own focus, your own creativity, your own sensuality. It boosts it. And that's its role in the jungle, too. In the jungle, what it does, it makes every other tree grow better. It drops nitrogen into the soil, makes all the other fruit trees grow better. It draws more birds into the jungle. So little birds are attracted to it. It causes a certain type of fungi to grow around itself, which makes all the other fruit trees have a better root absorption system. Yet, metaphorically, this is also true of just eating the cacao itself, the product of this food. Now, here's where things get very interesting. When you're dealing with something that's affecting our brain chemistry in this way, what we find is that the phenylethylamine crowds out your dopamine receptors. Now, what the heck's dopamine? Dopamine is like dope. Makes you feel good. Now, dopamine is something your body's producing it every single day. And the phenylethylamine will crowd out the receptors so you have more dopamine in your bloodstream. So you feel more joy, more bliss. Now here's what's interesting. There's no downside. It's not like you have cacao one day and you feel great. You have cacao the next day, you feel great. Third day, you don't have cacao, you feel terrible. In fact, it's very difficult to get hungover on cacao. You have to have about 200 a day, which has been tried. Not I mean. Other people. You know what I'm saying. I did it today. Like that guy, he did it tonight. When we're dealing with something like this, what it allows you to do, it allows you to go into a deeper place of meditation, a deeper place of calm, to find the bliss in the world all around us, that everything's actually okay, that the only thing that's going to save us is the absurd. The only thing that's going to save us is the silly. Laurel and Hardy, the Three Stooges. That can save the planet. Here's what I found out doing the show in Hollywood. Washington, D.C., is not going to save the planet, but Hollywood might. Here's the latest craze in Hollywood, and it's actually funny. It's actually going on. Cacao parties. Wow. It's the latest craze. At some point, some little media organization is going to pick up on this and go, whoa, there's some weird phenomenon going on in Hollywood. All these stars are having cacao parties. What the heck is cacao? The cacao bean.
So let's have a closer look at cacao. Although you've probably never seen it, cacao is one of the best known plants of American origin. The seeds are dried and roasted and then processed to form cocoa, the basic ingredient in chocolate and chocolate products. However, this is a cooked processed product, and we're talking about a raw, vibrant cacao bean and real chocolate. Now, this was often called the food of the gods, and the history of cacao and chocolate dates back to the time of the Incans, the Mayans, the Aztecs of Central and South America. They cultivated cacao and made a bitter-tasting drink that we came to know as chocolate. The Incas of Peru, whose in territory the cacao bean was first cultivated, grew the trees for both the beverage and the seeds, for the seeds were also used as currency. During the 1500s, the Spanish explorer Hernando Cortés found chocolate at the court of the Aztec ruler Montezuma, and Cortés brought chocolate back to Spain. There they sweetened it and flavored it with cinnamon and vanilla and served it hot. This remained a Spanish secret for almost 100 years. Today, the African nations of Ghana and Nigeria are the world's leading growers of cacao. Brazil is the next largest producer. Fruits may be brownish yellow to purple and contain about 20 to 40 seeds or cacao beans in a pink, sweet, sour pulp. The beans are extracted, fermented and dried before being processed into chocolate. Currently, Americans consume 4.5 pounds of cocoa a year, much of this in the form of chocolate products. This is entirely consumed as a cooked, denatured product, and we're moving towards a raw chocolate experience. Cacao contains a wide array of unique properties and minerals, including high levels of sulfur and magnesium. Now, this may combine to increase your focus and alertness. It has nutrients contained in there that helps keep you happy. For some people, the lure of chocolate can be overwhelming because cacao contains certain chemicals and sensory products that make it very appealing. The sugar in chocolate releases serotonin, which is a brain chemical related to a positive sense of well-being. Raw cacao contains high levels of sulfur and magnesium. Now, sulfur is great for hair and skin and nails and is very, very commonly deficient in the American diet. And magnesium has also been associated with a mood elevator, similar to like a natural Prozac. And also with magnesium, we find that it also has been helping in the case of headaches and migraines, because people who have migraines also suffer with low brain magnesium levels. Cacao may also seem to diminish your appetite because due to the fact that it has MAO inhibitors within the bean. Now, MAO inhibitors stands for monoamine oxidase enzyme inhibitors. Cacao's rare MAO inhibitors may also allow serotonin and additional neurotransmitters to circulate in the brain. It may also facilitate youthening and rejuvenation. How great is that? So what can you do with cacao beans? Well, you can eat them many ways. You can just peel them with your hands. You can just pop them in your mouth and eat them. You can add them to smoothies, which we're just going to show you right now. You can dip them in agave nectar or raw honey and just pop them in your mouth. And they make great treats at any time of the day. The average American consumes nearly 11 pounds of chocolate every year. We all love chocolate, and we're all going to keep eating chocolate. So let's move ourselves from that cooked denatured product, and let's bring some raw, living, vibrant chocolate into our lives. We're going to go over now to Eric, and he's going to show us how to make a great chocolate smoothie and a few other things.
Hi, and welcome to the studio. People say to me, Eric, I want to do something healthy. I want to eat healthy things, but I don't know what to make. So I tell them you need good recipes, and today we're going to show you a delicious recipe. That recipe is a chocolate Brazil nut banana shake, and you're going to love this. So first thing we do is we take our Brazil nuts, a wild food. You soak nuts, whether they're Brazil nuts, almonds, or what have you, and you soak them ahead of time to get the maximum enzyme potential. Then you will take raw nutritious cacao seeds, and you can basically peel them with a cacao peeler, and you would take one or many and just peel it with the cacao peeler, and it's so much easier than doing it with your fingers. So I'm going to just peel that right off. Once we've got our cacao seeds peeled, we will put them in our mixture here. Get pure filtered water or distilled water and put some in here, just enough to make a puree. Now I'm going to add a little more water so we can strain this through a cheesecloth. Okay, the next step is to strain the mixture. I have here an organic cotton cheesecloth, and I find that's the best quality. So just put that in your pot or your container and take this. This smells amazing, by the way. Just pour that right into there. You can also use a metal strainer with a spoon, and you just stir that. It would be quicker to stir it a little bit, and this also works very well. So we just let that seep through, and this is how you make a nut milk, even a seed cheese. If you were making nut milk and what's left behind in the bag, you can turn it into a seed cheese. So don't squeeze the cheesecloth too much, otherwise you'll wear out the cheesecloth. After you've strained the mixture, you're ready to add the last ingredients to this. So I rinse out my blender, I pour this back in, like so. And our next ingredient is a banana. I happen to have cut some up ahead of time just for this occasion. and we can add some raw agave cactus nectar. This is a relatively low glycemic sweetener. It's raw, and that's how we like it. And it's nice and sweet, so you just need a little bit. Another alternative to the agave would be raw honey, and you get all the benefits of honey in this item. It's, as you can see, it's not clear because it hasn't been heated and filtered and denatured. It's raw, and that's how we like it. All right, so I like to freeze my mugs in the freezer, get it nice and frosted, just for a shake. Not only will adults love this, kids will go crazy. Another thing you can do is you can take raw carob and you can make your drink. If you can't get the cocoa beans, you can use raw carob. You can also sprinkle it on top of your shake for a little extra special drink. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration and that you have a lot of fun making your own shakes. So I'm Eric Csoka, and this is HealthVOX. It's delicious.